What are you looking? Oh,
They're taking.
we're checking out the cameras at the church here. Good morning. Good to have you. You know what? I didn't even comment on
You didn't
there.
even comment or anything.
I had everything ready way ahead of time. That was my problem. Don't get ready early.
People don't believe us that Mondays are really hard on us too. You know?
A lot of pastors take the Monday off, and I started not taking it off, but I started not being here. But I have to get back into that after the first of the year.
Well, I mean, even just like getting back into the speed of work, and then you have to like jump on to, online. It's a little bit difficult,
At least the computer is cooperating today.
That's
I did
true.
not see if it needed an update. I did that
We don't even check.
I did it on Wednesday with
Okay.
Jim, and it was pushing it, and it was.
Because sometimes like we hop on and it's early. Sometimes we hop on, like 7:50, like to get the computer going and that kind of stuff. And then you always get the dreaded text of like, oh, you need an update, or like one time, the whole of like Restream, the whole like system was down.
So apparently, I don't know if you guys knew this. There is an Amazon Web Services that you've probably seen for documents and stuff like that, AWS. And apparently, a lot of people, so those are servers that people, and we don't even know that we use them.
Right.
But we do. And apparently, so Restream as well. And we had one morning, we couldn't come on because whatever our region is, and it's probably Southwest, the Amazon Web Services servers were down.
Right.
So anyhow, we never know what's going to happen. But I didn't check. Usually I didn't get here as early. I get here like 1:45 to do it. And I thought I'm not even going to check to see.
We don't even update.
I do.
Okay. But normally your motto is don't update on the day of.
Yeah. It'll tell me that I'll check it afterwards, because we have several computers on the church that we don't leave on all the time.
Right.
And so it's good to fire them up, like the one that the ladies use for ladies' Bible study, men's Bible study. Fire them up and do the updates and stuff like that. But yeah, do those in the off times. And then occasionally we'll have like a computer that we don't turn on very often at all. And, it's like an hour in the update. So,
right.
And you never know what's going to change when that happens. So anyhow, Good morning. Vicky is on with us. Vicky is up, and Adam. So apparently being retired means you can get up early. Is that what that means?
Early without being retired.
I had breakfast with Jim and with Warren on Saturday, and she said something about, are you guys retired? And I said, well, he's retired, he's tired, and I'm tired twice. So can't imagine that. It's funny, you hit an age where that becomes the topic of discussion without even trying. Uncle Spencer brought that up when I was there. He goes, because he's just barely a year younger than I am. He's thinking, and it's the thing these days. So Vicky, you can tell me what you're thinking. Jump in whenever you guys come on. The expected, I guess I would say, retirement age these days, what do you think it is? I mean, used to 55 is what we thought, and then.
But I think it's a lot later now.
So Social Security, the earliest you can draw anything, but it's in a reduced amount, is 62 and a half. I'm sure they'll bump that up to 63. So that tells me Social Security doesn't plan on people retiring until. Right. But that's at the reduced amount. If you want the full amount, it's 67.
Yeah, that's about what I was thinking, like 70.
Yeah, 70. 70 is the expected retirement age these days.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes, but that's what your goal, and of course we don't, you got to see kind of where you are then. And I was like, okay, well, I'm 58. I've got 12 more years.
Yeah.
So who knows? Yeah, anyhow, I don't feel like I need to retire. That's my problem. And maybe that's part of it. People tend to have a little bit better lifestyles these days, tend to live a little bit longer. And probably Social Security is hoping I won't start taking any until 70 because men don't live much longer after that normally. We have to pay more, but not as long. So who knows? It just the weirdest thing. Anyhow, however that works. I know people retire and then get a second job, and so
Right.
I don't know how that works.
I think the second job though sometimes is more chill than the first job.
Maybe, yeah. Most of, like in the military, they go to work for contractors.
Yeah.
Anyhow, right now we are tired. We're not retired,
Mm.
and so we'll just keep right on going. In fact, the model in the Bible isn't that you never quit serving.
Mm-hmm.
That in fact, the idea of retirement, you just get too old to work, and another your family takes care of you. That's the biblical model. Notice we got our
we have our regular.
oh, I didn't even, yeah, and if
Yeah,
you look,
we're
it
still
goes
on
right
screen.
above it, and I forgot to turn it on. I probably need a new battery. I think I left it on too long one time.
Good morning, Kim.
Yeah, I did. I left it on too long. So we'll get that up for Wednesday. I'm going to jump in with Jim, even though the offices are closed.
Mhm.
Yeah. Wednesday and Thursday offices are closed. And I say the offices are closed, we'll still be here getting ready for Christmas Eve service, but
Yeah.
no office hours. Gosh, I cannot believe Christmas is Thursday.
I know, isn't that crazy? Because I felt like Christmas was already here in the middle of November.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've been planning for it, like
Mhm.
getting stuff ready. And then when December came, it was like, okay, like, is it over? Like, are we done?
Yeah, but we'll maybe help it to slow down a little bit heading into it. So we've got a couple of days to get stuff done in the office. We'll be in the office Monday, Tuesday next week
Mhm.
also to finish out the year. But this is a good time of year to be super chill. I know our state convention
Mhm.
takes off. They get off from Wednesday, Christmas Eve, through that next Friday, which is the 2nd of January. So, and a lot of people are doing that. I was talking with one of our young airmen that, and he's funny. He was going to take leave on Friday, but the president declared Wednesday, Christmas Eve, and
Mhm.
Friday, the day after Christmas, federal holidays.
Oh, okay.
So he doesn't even have to use a leave date. He's young and single and probably has more leave than he knows what to do with. So he didn't care, but even he's going to be gone the week after that too, visiting family. So it should be a chill couple of weeks for us.
Mhm.
Nothing going on this week as far as other activities. So no men's Bible study, women's Bible study, kids club, youth group.
Mhm.
Not doing any of that this week. This week, since we have two more services, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
We got to get ready for them.
Yeah, nothing else going on. So none of the regular Bible studies, not even the irregular Bible studies.
Yeah.
Nothing going on this week. Next week, pretty much the same, except that our hearty 6:30 a.m. men's Bible study group, since it's a small group of us, and so we can do this. They're like, we'll start New Year's Day off with the Bible study. So,
Yeah. That's
so we'll
pretty
do
cool.
that. I'm not cooking, so that works.
Yeah. New Year's Day's always been like weird for me because it's not like you don't really do anything that day.
That's because we're not big party animals.
Yeah.
Most people are sleeping off what they did the night before.
Yeah, a lot of people watch the ball drop in the UK or
The UK.
Yeah. Watch it drop at 9 o'clock.
8 hours ahead of us.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm sure you can pick a time and the ball will be dropping somewhere.
Yeah.
Or you can. We did. Were you with me that time that we had the area youth group Christmas Eve service down at Calvary Chapel?
No.
Okay, they did that there, but it was recorded.
Oh, okay.
So the ball dropped at 10.
I do
and then we all went home.
remember years ago. Oh goodness, I think it was maybe the year after we moved into the parsonage that you guys live in now. You guys threw a New Year's Eve party, and I remember we stayed up until midnight.
Mhm.
And then I don't ever remember doing the party again, but we did it once, and I remember because there's lots of families there.
So Kim says, yeah, watch it drop in England. They
See?
have fireworks.
See?
And it's 8 hours ahead of us.
Yeah.
So Yeah, that works. So, but that's the only thing going on next week, and that one is not like big publicized. Sometimes it's hard to publicize things. That one's pretty. That one's kind of the Thursday morning men's Bible study is kind of a different thing because it's an open group,
Mm-hmm.
but we kind of forget that we have it publicized places. So there are times where we cancel, but we don't like publicized. We need to be better about that in the new year. Try to figure out ways to do that. And yeah, it's hard because you might have a guest come for the first time to that because they
Right.
saw that and they wouldn't get the notification from the church app. There's almost no way they would know.
No.
Yeah, the challenge of open groups.
Mm-hmm.
So anyhow, we'll work on some ways to get that in works in the process. But that's holidays, and here's what always happens when we talk about it. We're like, okay, it's next year. It's the way it feels.
Yeah.
But it's not. I'm going to enjoy this week and next week. Really cool. And then we're going to be jumping into some things in the upcoming year. So you want to know some?
Let's figure it out.
These are notes for me. I need to redo the Connect cards because, and I keep forgetting to tell you, the Connect card that we put on Facebook, I've changed. So instead of using Text in Church, which is that one, we don't use that anymore.
Right.
We use the one on Planning Center. So redo the blue Connect cards in the sanctuary. We're going to pick up, don't know exactly when, but this will happen in January. Start a Sunday morning adult Bible study in that room down at the end of the hall. We're going to do that. We're going to do a new to Summit fellowship because we have so many
We've
people
talked
that are
about
new.
that before.
Yeah. So don't know exactly when. One thing I didn't put on here, but I'll add it right now.
Which the last time we did one, it was actually really informative. We went through the text app, which at the time was Text in Church, but this time it'll be Glue. So we went through that. We talked about the church app, like how to use it, how to log in. We looked at a whole bunch of technology that we had just started.
And that's a great way to, the business term is onboarding, but that's a great way to onboard people, to get them plugged in. So a new to Summit class, we may not be able to swing that one in off, but because the third Sunday in January is Fellowship Sunday. That's when I have our fellowship meal. The fourth Sunday, we're going to do Baptism Sunday.
Right. Don't want to do it on Baptism Sunday.
Right. And so it might have to be. I don't think there's 5 Sundays in January. I haven't looked. That would be cool if that worked out that way. I'm going to check real quick, but no, alas, there is not. So probably February 1st we'll do the new to Summit fellowship. We're going to do it even if we only do it with one. We're going to kick off fellowship groups and community groups.
Okay.
We've got to get that going. In fact, I was talking with someone who's looking for a church home just Saturday night, and they want to come visit here, and they're like, "Oh, do you guys have small groups?" And I'm like, "We've got to get, because we just got to. That's the best way we're going to be able to connect people. That's not the first way, but it's the best way. So fellowship groups, community groups. Haven't even talked with the leadership about this. So you guys are getting a preview into it. Have talked with leadership about doing 2 services.
Right.
So,
which I think is actually needed, because we do have overflows, but like it's nice to be in the sanctuary, greeting people, seeing people on the stage, like worshiping.
We're at the place now. We're so far past COVID, and some people were over COVID during COVID, but we're so far past COVID that we're at the place that people are going to be thinking, although you get more fellowship if you're here watching. Right. If I'm going to watch it on the screen, I'll just stay home.
Right.
And so we the only way we're really going to grow is to be able to have room for people. If you don't have room for people, you're not going to grow. We've already talked about this in leadership. But one of the things that I've been, as I talk with people in town, one of the things that we'll look at is a Saturday night, because when I talk about doing 2 services on Sunday, I can. Everyone who's involved,
flashbacks.
well, everyone who's involved in the worship team, that is hard.
Yeah.
So let's say that and this is all just talk. This is if we had 2 Sunday morning services, then it would be better to move one at 11 and one at 9.
Right. But that's a lot of work.
Well,
because we used to do that.
Okay, so if you have a 9 o'clock service, the sanctuary has to be open by 8:30,
Mm-hmm.
which means the worship team regularly has to start at 7:30.
Right.
Some days they would have to start at 7.
Right. That's pretty early.
That makes for a long day.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and I don't know, I don't, we used to do that long ago. We used to have an 8:30 service, I think.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that would work these days, but if we did a Saturday night service, then you have other things in place. So first of all, you don't have to get here at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
It doesn't make Sunday such a long day for those of us, worship team and me,
Mm-hmm.
and we would have to do childcare.
Right.
If we do a Saturday night service, then that not only takes some of the load off of Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
where you don't have childcare here from, 9. Well, that's what we used to do all the time.
It would be
anyways.
like 8:30.
Yeah, 8:45 to
8:45
12:15.
Yeah, that's a long.
Yeah,
it's a long stretch.
Yeah. And we used to do that when we had Sunday school, but it would take the load off of Sunday. It would still give us a second service, but it would also open the door for people who have shops in town
Mm-hmm.
or who work at shops in town.
Yeah.
So it would give us an opportunity with a whole new crowd than what we have.
Didn't we experiment with Saturday night services or night services?
Sunday night services.
Okay, Sunday
but
night services.
Here's the dynamic, and we're finding this out with youth. The dynamic on Sunday night is people don't want to get out on Sunday night.
Right.
I
But
mean,
if it's Saturday night,
Yeah.
then
yeah, Saturday night, and so and that's what most churches who have an evening service do it on Saturday night. So anyways, we'll be talking with I'll be talking with leadership team about a Saturday night service, but that's really the only way we're going to grow. And it used to only be an issue in the summertime, but we're pretty full. I'd say yesterday we were 85% full.
Yeah.
And 80% full is full.
right. Well, in the summertime, it doesn't lessen any more than what it is right now. In fact, summertime it gets.
Oh, there's more in the summertime, but
Right.
that was used. Normally you think we only need 2 services in the summertime, so
No.
we'll look at doing an early spring 2 services, and
That's exciting though.
I think so. The church is growing, new people every week.
Right. And I think like what's exciting about that is, from our standpoint, being here for going on 23 years, the fact that this church has changed so much,
Mhm.
and the fact that now you're looking into doing permanently 2 services.
Mhm.
Like, to me, that speaks volumes.
Oh yeah,
Because we've gone through seasons of no attendance to tons of people, and now it's consistent.
yeah, and that was my goal early on. This sounds crazy. The church attendance would triple in the summertime. That sounds
Right.
huge, but part of that is that we started with such a teeny tiny amount in the winter.
Yes.
So anyways, so that's what we're looking at, and post-COVID numbers are down everywhere, but we have new people pretty much
All the
every
time.
week.
Yeah.
Um,
Lots of new people.
have you met Alfredo?
I haven't,
Okay.
but I've been locked away in the nursery for
Have you met Ashley and Jared?
not yet.
See, and new people, and those are have been coming consistently the last few weeks.
Mhm.
I just say that to make a point that if that because I was talking with someone else that like every week he's looking around going, am I supposed to know those people? He was telling me this just this week. Am I supposed to know those people? Yeah. So two services that'll be something that we're going to do in 2026. And I say early spring. I'm thinking, but certainly before I want to start it early enough that we have it down by Easter.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know when Easter is? It's the first Sunday in April.
I know.
So early enough. So I'm looking at, this is just me. We didn't talk timelines with the leadership team, but starting at the beginning of March, which isn't, it's not hard. The publicity thing is the hardest thing.
Right.
And it'll be different for me preaching two messages, and they'll be the same message, but it's never the same.
Right.
When I, that time when we had the evening service, we also had 2 morning services.
Right.
So when I did 3, they just had a different feel every time.
Well, because I also think like different dynamics, like night services typically have a different atmosphere than like Sunday morning services, but also early morning services have a different atmosphere than later in the morning at like services.
Right. A lot of churches, their early 8 o'clock service is going to be what they call their traditional.
Right. The other one is contemporary.
Because those are pretty low key anyhow.
Yeah.
It's hard to have a really exciting, it's hard to have a really awake, upbeat service at 8 o'clock in most places. Now there are churches who do.
Right.
But that's kind of hard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a morning person, but I'm not like super excited at 8 o'clock normally.
No. It takes us a lot to do travel machines.
Yeah. and this is at 8. But anyhow, so and then the last thing that we're going to really press into is kind of, I don't know a good way to call it, a respin, a revamp, a restart, a rejuvenate, whatever you want to call it, of ministry teams to get those up and going and working. My goal is to energize, empower the teams so they are functioning. So that all I have to do is just keep in touch with them and going and we have them. We just gotta and there'll be some changes with all this stuff. But anyhow, so that's 2026. I'm already looking ahead at that. I don't want to skip over Christmas and New Year's,
right?
But already looking ahead at 2026. Because I believe this is a message I preached when I first came. Keep the message. The gospel is the gospel. That won't change. I need to quit saying it as much. I think people are getting tired of hearing it, but we just changed our name. We didn't change our denomination or statement of faith. We haven't changed what we believe. The message is the same. Keep the message. Change the methods. And that's something that we're going to have to do this year, is to look at, and I know people are tired of hearing change, but we are not changing as fast here as the rest of the world is.
Absolutely.
In fact, with AI is here to stay. You can like it or not. It doesn't matter. Just like social media is here to stay. You can like it or not, but it's here to stay. With the advent of, in a different way than we do Advent for Christmas, but with the coming of AI, things are going to change much faster. It's already exponential, but the rate of change is going to go. So we're going to have to continually, fluid is kind of the term that comes to mind, be fluid in the way that we do things to reach the people. But here's what's going to be important for us this year. The last point of that message is to seize the moment.
Right.
I believe this year is going to be we didn't meet this month for leadership team, so I haven't been able to tell them all this yet. But this year, I believe, is going to be a watershed moment for churches. This is going to be kind of like what happened in COVID, a year where churches are going to grow or they're going to get left behind.
Right.
Because if we don't do those things, keep the message and change our methods, then we're going to miss the wave. It's like surfing. Once that wave gets in front of you, you're never going to catch up to it.
Right.
I think that's going to be this year in the life of churches.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, interesting fact, I haven't read, I just saw the blurb. I haven't read the article yet. Carey Nieuwhof, which is one of these Christian pastor leadership kind of guys, is big into studies. And there are some indications with Gen Z. Are you ready for this? First of all, that's the generation that the Asbury revival. Okay?
Yeah.
So revival in Gen Z, but some indications in Gen Z that the men in Gen Z are more willing to come to church than the women.
Mm.
Now that's crazy. I don't know a generation that has been the case. If that's true, that gives us a huge opportunity to raise up some godly men leaders that we've been needing for such a long time.
Right.
The pastor shortage is already at a near critical place. If it doesn't turn around in Gen Z, everyone's going to be watching on a screen.
Yeah.
Because there just aren't going to be enough pastors for the churches. Now you still have churches, but they're going to be multi-site churches, and you're going to be watching on screen. So anyhow, it is just about time to wind it up, and I'm. I forgot to show you guys something. So for the guys who hung on till the end, some of them hopped on and hopped off. I got to show you. This is courtesy of Hope, but Obi has his own Obi-sized Java and Jesus mug,
and he loves it.
It is custom. Is it in here? I think I put it up on the deal. Yep, there it is. So grab that. His own Obi.
I can't see it.
Yeah, his own Obi-sized mug.
There you go.
And just for comparison, which by the way, my mug is small. This is only a 10-ounce mug, not a 12-ounce.
So fun fact, we actually last year was low on mugs for the women's Christmas party. So I ordered them, and Amazon sometimes does you really dirty.
It's almost like Temu.
Tricks you.
Yeah, almost like Temu.
And so like I'm opening it, I'm like, there's no way 12 of these things are like going to fit in there. Sure enough, 12 of them fit, but they're like super tiny.
Look at it.
So we were going through the Christmas decorations this year, getting stuff ready, and we were all like, that's like perfect Obi size.
Yes, yeah. So Obadiah has his own personalized Jesus, Java, and Jesus mug.
And he loves it. He already knows how to drink out of.
I'll show you. I should have thrown all the pictures on there. I'll show you some of the pictures from when he was drinking out of it. But isn't that the cutest thing ever? Just that look on his face is, I got my mug. I got my mug. So anyhow, love you guys. Let me pray for you. Send you out into the week. We will be meeting. Jim's going to jump in with me. I think he said he could. Wednesday, Christmas Eve. So we'll have a special Christmas Eve edition of Java and Jesus. And then not one on Friday. I'm probably not going to do one on Friday. I'll put a devotion up for you guys. And then next week.
We'll do Monday. We'll be here Monday.
Yeah. Next week. We'll see. We'll let you know. I'm trying to be more consistent. It's hard in the holidays though.
Yeah.
All right. Let me pray for you guys. Lord, thank you for your love. Thank you for the way that you work in us and through us. God, as we prepare in these next couple of days, continue to prepare to celebrate the birth of Jesus. Lord, help us to do it in a way that honors you and draws people to faith in Christ. Lord, help us to be able to share the love of Christ with those around us with boldness, with joy and gladness. God, we pray that, Lord, as we celebrate the birth of Jesus, that people would come to faith in him. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thank you guys for jumping on, and we'll see you on Monday. And note, it is 8:30 on.